Hey guys, what's going on? It's Murphy's Opinions here, and today I'm coming at you with a brand new video. And today I'm going to be continuing my Beatles album track ranking here. And today I'll be on today I'll be looking at 1964's Beatles for Sale, the second album to be released in 1964. And I'd definitely say this is probably behind A Hard Day's Night, probably the second best early Beatles album. Obviously, in my opinion, I know probably quite a lot of people would disagree with that. A lot of people say this is arguably the weakest one, but I disagree. I think this is a really great album. I'd say apart from A Hard Day's Night, this is probably the second hardest album to rank so far. I mean, looking at this list, like some of the songs I've put, I really think like, oh, well, that should be higher. But then I look at the other songs around them, and I'm sort of like, well, I guess that's kind of the spot I have to give it. So yeah, without further ado, let's get right into the rankings. So number 14, I've gone for Honey Don't. And I do really like this song. It is, but I guess from the Beatles' career, it is still one of their weaker songs. But I still really enjoy it. I think Ringo adds a lot of sort of fun to the song. I think I love the sort of "Oh, rock on George, one time for Ringo," and then it goes into the guitar. So I think it's a fun song for sure. Number 13, going for Mr. Moonlight, a song that I used to really enjoy a lot more when I was, well, not a lot more, but I'd say there are songs on this album I've come to love a lot more on this album. So unfortunately, Mr. Moonlight's really dropped down near the bottom. I know a lot of people don't really like this song per se. I think this is one of these songs that gets a bit more criticism. I still like it. I think John Lennon's vocals on it are really good. I think that's probably the best. That's probably the best factor on it. It used to has a Hammond organ. I believe it's a Hammond organ solo on it, and I think it's done by Paul McCartney from what I remember, but it could have been George Martin or someone else. I could be wrong though. But yeah, no, I think this is it's a good little cover. Here it's not one of the Beatles' best covers, but it's a good cover, I think. Number 12, we've got What You're Doing. I really like the opening to this song. I like the sort of the drumming and the opening and sort of closing sections of the song. I think are really good. I think the harmonies are quite nice, but I think why I don't like the song as much as other tracks now, I just don't think it's really, the lyrics are really saying that much in comparison to some of the other songs, not just on this album, but throughout the Beatles' career, really. Number 11, I Don't Want to Spoil the Party. Now, this is, I'd say, where we get into the really strong stuff on the album. I really love the opening guitar riff on this, and I love the sort of rhythm acoustic guitar work. Harmonies as well is really nice. I do really like the song. However, I just think there's a lot. I think it's sort of lacking. It's sort of lacking something that I can't quite put my finger on. Because it's got the it's got the sort of energy, but there's just something missing from it. I can't quite put my finger on it. And number 10, we have Kansas City. Hey 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 hey. This is a great song. Really rocks. I love Paul's vocals on this. Harmonies are great. It's a really fun cover. I'd say this is one of the more Beatles underrated covers, in my opinion. Number 9, we have Rock and Roll Music. Again, John's vocals on this is great. I love the energy in this song. Yeah, just I think it's probably actually I prefer this to the original Chuck Berry cover as well. I'd say. Number 8, we have the closer to the album and the only George Harrison track, um, and it's Everybody's Trying to Be My Baby. I think it's actually a really fun way to close the album. I think Ringo's drumming is really good. I think George's vocals are really good as well on this. Just a really fun track, I'd say. Number 7, we have Words of Love. I really love the harmonies between Lennon and McCartney here. I really love the sort of calm, mellow nature of the song. Not written by the Beatles, but I think the lyrics in the song, it's a really well written song. Really beautiful, actually. I'd say it's one of the stronger Beatles covers. And number 6, we have Every Little Thing, a song that's really grown on me over the years. I mean, when I first sort of heard it, I did like it. I did, but it was never one of my favourites. But now I'd say it's definitely one of the more underrated Beatles songs. I mean, it didn't make my top 20 list, but there are so many songs by the Beatles I consider to be underrated. So, there's always going to be songs that miss out, but this is a really beautiful song. I really love it. And number 5, we have Babies in Black. Really, a really sort of, especially the first few tracks on the album actually are quite different to a lot of the other sort of Beatles tracks at this time. What I like about it is they're more sort of mellow and they cover more sort of depressed, sort of like sad love subject matter. And Babies in Black's a really good one. Love the vocals on it. I love the guitar work as well. A really great song. Yeah. And number 4, we have No Reply. Another song, great lyrics as well. I think John Lennon sort of showing his knack for writing really good sort of jealous songwriting. Yeah, a really sort of heartbreaking song as well. Number three, we have "I'm a Loser." Again, another really well written John song. I love the use of the harmonica as well. Not used, um, used a bit in the Beatles' career, but not overdone. So when it is used, I think it's used in the right sense. And again, on "I'm a Loser," I think it really works. Number two, probably definitely the most famous song off the album, 8 Days a Week. Um, a classic. The first song I believe to have a sort of a fade in effect on a song. I could be wrong though. But a classic song. Great harmonies, great. Just everything about the song I just think is really fantastic. A really sort of nice sort of topic as well. Like going in the fact that obviously 7 days in a week, but loving them 8 days a week. I think that's quite clever. And number one, I'd say this is definitely one of the most Beatles underrated songs. Is "I'll Follow the Sun," and it's just a acoustic Paul McCartney number, written way quite a few years before the Beatles. I want to say 1958, 59. Written at his home in Liverpool. Really nice song, really short. Only it's under 2 minutes, and there's a really nice sort of little guitar solo. I think it might be from George. I could be wrong. It could just be from Paul actually. However, I will quickly double check. So I'm actually quite interested. Yeah, while I'm looking at "I'll Follow the Sun" is just fantastic. I think it's a really beautifully written song, and especially by sort of by Paul McCartney at that time probably would have been extremely, extremely young. So yeah, it's a fantastic song, and I'm just gonna quickly look at the personnel. Yeah, it says George Harrison's on electric lead guitar, so I would assume he does the um guitar solo on that. So yeah, that's my track ranking of 8 days a week. Oh, 8 days a week. Beatles for sale. I don't know why I said 8 days a week. I'm really thinking there. Yeah, this is my album track ranking for 8 days a week complete. The next album we'll be getting onto is "Help" from 1965, which is one of my favourite Beatles albums. So I look forward to doing that. So give the video a like. Comment below your opinions on Beatles for Sale. Subscribe to my main channel if you haven't. Follow my Twitter and Ask.fm. And once again, thanks for watching, guys.